So on the tourism front, let's talk about that as we come out of the pandemic. Where are we on the recovery? Obviously, tourism numbers are starting to recover, but there are headwinds in the global economy. How would you assess the recovery?
Tourism is the engine to drive the economy of Thailand, especially next year and onward. But we already aim, the government has already decided together with like Chamber of Commerce that learning from the past, we want to grow with quality and sustainability as well as responsibility tourism. We already put in our 20 years plan for Thailand. What does it mean by quality? It doesn't mean that we only want the well-to-do tourists. Actually, what we want is all size pocket of tourists. But when they come to Thailand, we want them to understand Thailand with the local communities, local products. We come up with the terms called happy model, meaning that now and onward, accommodation like hotel, restaurants in Thailand will have a higher standards with safety, security, eat well, meaning you eat more local food, because we want to make sure that tourism is not only just to give happiness to tourists, but also to share happiness with the local community, reducing the gap between the super rich and the very poor. It should be wealth distribution. We want you to have better health, live well. After pandemic, people care more for health. So we have sport tourism. We come up with more better medical package.
Medical tourism, I think you have a new visa for medical tourism as well, right?
Right.
And what lessons were learned when the Chinese stopped coming? Because there was the pandemic, everyone stopped coming, but in particular the Chinese, because 1 in 4 pre-pandemic of your visitor arrivals were mainland Chinese, and I guess they're still not coming because of COVID-0 policies.
Yes, up to now this year, we are quite sure we will get about 10 million international tourists coming to Thailand. This is like 1/4 of what we used to get.
It was 40 million
pre-COVID.
Yes,
right. But now we receive big number coming from ASEAN, our neighboring countries, from India, from Hong Kong, from Taiwan, even from Europe and the US. Next year, we hope that Chinese will start to return, but then at the same time, we learn to create the balance. So not totally rely on one particular destination, countries. So we would like to receive more from every region of the world. And as I say, quality meaning that we hope that you can spend more time with us, spending more per day, stay a bit longer, and with the new product of Thailand.
And the baht is weak against the US dollar,
yes.
So that should help, obviously. Yeah. Let's talk about the commercial banks. K-Bank, Kasikornbank, you're the chairperson of that. It did miss earnings a bit in the third quarter. There are some headwinds in the economy right now. Inflation is high. The rates are starting to go up. But many of the commercial banks in Thailand, like K-Bank, have a lot of their loan book tied to the tourism sector, whether it's hotels and resorts. Do you see the prospect, because of the pain we've had for 3 years of no tourism, is there going to be a specter of rising bad debts?
Inclusive is very important to us. So we need to help them because this is long term. We are quite sure that they will recover. So the private banks, not only Kasikornbank, we work together with the government in order to create soft loan, asset warehousing, so that for them to recover. And we are quite sure that they will recover starting from next year and onward. But then again, the growth strategy of K-Bank, we have 3 strategies. Number 1 is reimagine commercial and consumer lending by reaching out to small pocket customers through digital channel with reasonable pricing. And number 2 is to...
So you get more deposits. You're looking to raise your deposit
and
through the digital channels.
Right. And touch upon the non-bank, the one that we don't know them before. But we can do that by having the strategy of wider customer base. partnership with our partner, collaboration with partners, as well as our penetration to high growth market like AEC plus 3.
Well, earlier you said that you need to help your partners in the tourism area because they've felt the pain. Does that mean K-Bank is willing to accept more credit losses than normally they would?
All the private banks we learn from the past, so therefore we always make reserve whenever we give extra loan. So in terms of stability of the bank, I think that is fine. But then we need to balance between stability and the future growth. And so therefore, we can see that the trend is coming back. And this is the backbone of Thailand economy. And so therefore, we are quite sure that they will start to grow, and meaning that the bank will have better future.
Now, obviously, there are headwinds growing in the global economy with the Fed raising interest rates and other, borrowing costs around the world are going up. Inflation is still very high. I talked at Bali at G20 with John Denton. He is the International Chamber of Commerce head, and he told me he's very concerned about rising debt loads in emerging markets. Thailand knows very well about rising debt loads and financial crises. 1997 was very painful for Thailand. Do you see any parallels? Do you think there is a emerging market debt crisis brewing?
Well, yesterday the Minister of Finance was here at the Bloomberg Business Summit, and he said it clearly that there is a concern, but then at the same time we believe, together, not only the private bank, but together with the government bank of Thailand, is still under control. But we have to be extra care that this debt will not go beyond the limit.
Right.
But we know that there should be an understanding to support them. And from the head of Chamber of Commerce, I'm from the Chamber of Commerce, it's not only the money, but it's also other support that they need. For example, market. We will connect the dot between market and technology and many kind of things to train them up to develop.